In layout, or desktop publishing software, images, text and color areas are all inside a container, called a frame. In this lecture, we will look at placing images, using the image frame. I create a new document. I zoom out a bit, by pressing Ctrl and scrolling backward. Then I click on the image frame tool. With this tool I can drag, on the canvas, an image frame. Then I right-click on the frame, and choose Get Image. Because I eventually want to print this document, I will show you the difference between low-resolution images, and high-resolution images. I click on Office Low Resolution. At the right we see a preview of the image, and its size. This image is 1500 pixels wide, and 1000 pixels high. A pixel is just a square with a color. A lot of squares together create the image. I click on OK. We see the image now at its real size. Real size for printing, that is. I created an A4 document, which is roughly 20 by 30 centimeters. So we can see how large the image is. Let's adjust the frame to the image. I right-click again on the frame, and choose Adjust Frame to Image. Now at the bottom left, we can see the exact size of the image. The image is about 8 by 13 centimeters. But say I wanted to place this image larger, maybe from edge to edge in my document. In the image properties we see the image is scaled at 100%. I can make the image smaller, but cannot go above 100%. This would make the image look blurry. Our printer needs a square of 300 by 300 pixels to print 1 inch. To visualize this, let's see an exact 300 by 300 pixel image in GIMP. Shown at 100% this image looks sharp. But when I go above 100% and zoom into 400%, we start to see the building blocks of the image, the pixels. The image, at 400%, is certainly not sharp anymore. So desktop publishing software helps us avoiding printing blurry images. Now let's import the same image, but one that has much more pixels, so it has a higher resolution. I click on the image frame tool again, and drag a new frame. I right-click on the frame again, and choose Get Image. I select the high resolution version. We see this image is not just 1500 by 1000 pixels, but much larger. Almost 4 times larger. So it can also print 4 times larger. I click on OK. Now there is one more thing to look at. Most images are not set, in their so-called metadata, to printing resolution, simply because not all images are used for print. Most images are just set on a default and completely random 72 by 72 pixels. And as we saw, printing with just 72 by 72 pixels per inch would result in very blocky and unsharp images on paper. You could probably literally count the pixels on the paper. So we have to set this to 300. DPI means dots per inch. A dot means a pixel. So dots per inch means pixels per inch. And we need 300 of them to print an inch in good sharp quality. Although Scribus imports images at 100%, when the image metadata of the image is not set to 300 DPI, as is with this image, this says nothing about its size. Because of the metadata problem, you can ignore the scale value. When I press enter, we see the image has become smaller. But at 300 DPI, scale should now say 100%, but it doesn't. We do actually see the image now at 100% for printing resolution. So only DPI matters. We see only the top left corner of the image. To fit the whole image inside the frame, I select a frame size. By making the image even smaller, we automatically again increase the DPI. We have now far passed the minimum threshold of 300 DPI, and have gotten a DPI of 900. So to summarize, making an image smaller will make the DPI larger. And 300 DPI is the minimum for an image to print. So any DPI higher than 300 is okay. In the next lecture, we will look at when to work with the frame size, and when to use free scaling, and how to crop images.